How do you do, fellow kids? It's me, your dad, and I'm finally back with the milk. And yes, it's soy. Ever heard of it? Hey guys, in all seriousness, it's me, Rick C, and I have a lot of explaining to do, i.e., where I've been. For the most part. Okay, so I don't want to drag this out for like an hour and make this longer than it needs to be. I'm just going to siphon through a lot. Just siphon through some of the issues. There's no script. We're going no filter. This is just going to be a channel update and probably just an update in general for a lot of things that were supposed to happen, aren't going to happen, are still going to happen. It's just an update overall for a lot of things, and I made like a short synopsis about what I need to cover here. So we're going to start off, and we're going to just reveal, first off, Beach Blast production. Where is Beach Blast? It's been in production for a long time, and I have some good news. It is in a good place in production. I'm still working on it. Now, the reason it took so long is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I almost left CAW. I almost just decided to silently cancel Beach Blast. Now, why? It's just like, well, consider the following. I've been doing this nonstop for 5 years now, since I was 17, and a lot of things have changed. I.e., I have a life now. I need to get out there and do life, grown-up things, obviously. I have a job. Granted, it's a part-time job, but it's still a job that I'm trying to transition into a full-time job. I even have the application to a new job right here. My family moved recently, like literally a month ago. We've been in this new place. It's been great. And I've just been getting into a bunch of new things, like, outside of wrestling, even. Like, not even just outside wrestling. And honestly, like, it's been a fun experience to go explore these new things. And even if it's, like, just playing a new game. But yeah, I don't really talk about my personal life too much, because it's really nobody's business but my own. And you're not here for what's behind the personal life. You're here for what I put out on the channel, and that's cool. I really don't want people nosy nipping into my personal life, unless you're like a member of the CLON, which, you pretty much know. If you don't know, now you know. Honestly, the CLON boys knew about this. Have been getting constant updates about this, but now I'm revealing it out to the world that I've been moving. And that burnout's just a big problem as well. When you do something for so long, you get burnt out of it, you just don't want to do it anymore. You feel like you've run the mill about ideas and you're just sick of it. And for a while there, I was sick of it. I didn't want to do CAW anymore. I've been doing it for so long that I just wanted to move on. And through some pestering and prodding and honestly just self-reflection, I decided I am going to finish it. I'm going to do a season in 2K22. I'm going to go for as long as I can. Now, I'm not going to go for like 10 fucking years, because I can't do that. Like, this isn't a lifetime commitment to me. Not anymore, at least, because I applaud guys who can do CAW for like 10 years and not get dead by it, but I couldn't. It's a bit much for me. I don't have an estimation of when, RCCW will end. You know what? Maybe it'll end tomorrow. Maybe it'll end like in 5 years or something. But it's not going to be a forever thing, and I've come to realize that. And I'm just going to ride it until I can't ride it anymore. It's not going to end anytime soon, because there's still some stories I need to tell, and I still need to wrap up some stories. I'm not going to leave a cliffhanger. CAW's about one of the only things I've actually committed to and haven't given up about a month later on. So I'm really proud of myself. It's kind of taught me about commitment and, the responsibilities of commitment. And I'll be able to use these lessons later on in life. So yes, in short, Beach Blast is still going to happen. We're working on it right now. We've got the pre-show and part 1 commentated. It's ready to go. Well, not ready to go, but it is commentated. I have to put the commentary over it and do some last-minute editing. but I don't want to put it out there until all of Beach Blast is ready. Until I know for a fact that all of it is ready to go. That's when we'll record. So I don't have a short. So give it maybe a month or so. Give it maybe 2 or so months, and I should have it ready to show off to you guys. That leads me on to the new season, 2K22. Yes, we are moving on into 2K22, and it'll probably be a shorter season next season. It'll probably be like 4 events, including Evolve and One Shot at Glory. The other 2, I'm not too sure what those will be. Things could change, I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. If I get ambitious, I'll get ambitious, but my over-ambition has been my hubris at some point. So, next season is Evolve 2 season, guys. Hooray! But also coming with 2K22 will come a lot of projects that I want to do. As you saw with There Is No Show, I would like to do more, like, just out of RCCW content with virtual, like, just a bunch of shitpost videos. And honestly, like, the viewership wasn't my main concern with There Is No Show. There Is No Show was just a fun little thing for me and my friends to laugh at, make our stupid jokes in, and I thought it was fun. You know, honestly, I would do it if nobody watched it because it's fun. But I do hope you will watch it and get a good laugh out of it, because I know some people asked me, "Oh, it's a great April Fool's joke, Rick, but do I have to watch it?" Knowing for a full fact that I spent a month making it a 3-hour video, nearly 4-hour video, recording actual matches that have some level of depth that aren't necessarily to the stakes of RCCW, but are still somewhat, important, because I actually put work into them and love into them and care into them. And that's kind of rude. If you don't want to watch it, just don't watch it. You don't have to fucking ask permission. But the least you could do is check in time and time again and comment and see what's going on. Or at least give it a chance. Because some people just don't give new ideas a chance. And it kind of bugs me. Like, this person who, I'm not going to reveal who it is, you know who you are. This person who asked if they had to watch There Is No Show. And they don't have to watch it. But it's common courtesy to at least wait until the show is halfway through and actually see what the show's about. Because there's actually 4 hours of content of actual, just jokes. Not everything has to be so goddamn serious. The world doesn't have to end every day. You don't have to have a full-scale invasion. Sometimes levity is a necessity. People ask so much for levity, but when they get it, they don't appreciate it. It's like, that's also how I feel about me and Krim writing the Junior Detective promos. Like, nobody got the joke, and I'm just like, did you even try to get the joke? Like, people were like, I don't know how, am I supposed to laugh at that? Yeah! Like, you didn't even try to get the comedy. Like, comedy's subjective, but you could at least try to get it. I'm rambling. But basically, I want to try new ideas, and I want you guys to actually like them, or at least support them in some way that isn't just, sometimes I don't want to do the serious shit. Sometimes I want to just joke around and have fun with my friends. Speaking of new ideas, though, that brings into question CWA, which was my old original Fed League. And I have decided I'm going to try to bring that back. Not mix it with RCCW, because that's a horrible fucking idea. But do its own thing, because I want to do the regime storyline and tell it properly. Because I feel like I've been relying on Krim a lot to tell the story for me, and that's not right to Krim. I know Krim's all for it, but I want to tell the story I want to tell. And CWA may not be in full length. It'll maybe have a different system, but I'll try to bring it back the best I can. And I really do hope you will watch it. The CAW channel's in the description, so please subscribe, because I actually do want to try it out. And then there comes the fate of Absolution. Holy shit. Okay, Absolution was a very ambitious idea that I had 2 years ago. And I wanted to do it, and I recorded some ideas for it, but in the state of mind that I was in, i.e., perpetually depressed, I thought that flooding myself with more work would cure it, but it only made it worse. And coupled with the fact that a lot of the CLON leagues are kind of off commission right now, kind of puts Absolution at stake. So I don't think Absolution in its original form is going to happen, because the CLON just isn't built like that. We don't need to have a CLON title, like an overall CLON title, or overall CLON titles, because that's just not how we are. Some of the guys in the CLON are just like, they stick to themselves. And they want to stick to themselves. And they want to tell their own stories without people kind of butting in. I get that. I get that completely. And I'm not going to sit here and force people to do that. I want to do CLON stuff, obviously, but clearly CAW or meshing our league so close. Because some groups are like so tight-knit, like they go hand in hand together, like they're constantly collabing and stuff, but the CLON is a lot more, we're like islands. Like we're in the same area, like we're all a faction of sorts, a clique. We're all cool, but we're not like one continent. We're different islands. And that's how we are. We like our own land. We like to do our own things, and I like that. I like that. I've come to respect the fact that collaboration is not a necessity. Collaboration is something you do when you're really committed to, hanging out, doing something with a friend. And doing it constantly for the CLON is a bit of an inconvenience and a burden. So we do our own thing. And Absolution, there have been multiple ideas of what to do with this, like do a retrospective of talk about how things were going to go, which we're going to do that. But I also want to try and put it together for what it is, and just put it out there, because the one match that I want to do, and I am going to do it somehow, is the end of all things, Lodestar versus Mirage. I'm going to do that somehow. Whether it's on CWA or the CLON or RCCW, I'll find a way to do it. Because that is a very ambitious project that I want to complete. So Absolution, in its fullest form, is kind of nixed. But I want to try and maybe do something with it. And then we get on to the future of the channel. I kind of already pointed at this during the rundown of RCCW and Beach Blast production. But I want to go a bit more in depth, because I want to give you a bit of a behind the curtain look at RCCW from 2017 up until now. And, well, more like late 2017. And a lot of things, like TJ Marconi, like Sami Callihan, like a lot of outsiders coming in to the company, has always been an outside-driven force. And it's always been something I've begrudgingly kind of went with. Out of sheer, they're my friends. I want to collab with them and make them happy. But a lot of people have taken advantage of my kindness when it came to having OCs in RCCW, that I had to have a certain old walrus show up, or whale, my apologies, show up and kick them all out, after they repeatedly asked for an RCCW title shot and had me put them over Lincoln a few times. Then there was a TJ Marconi situation which buried Dipper out of sheer principle. And then there was a Sami Callihan thing where my title was held by Sami Callihan, who did absolutely jack shit with it. And there's not a universe where I believe that it could work. There have been a lot of things that have taken advantage of my kindness. I'm not mad about it anymore, because it's not worth getting mad about. But it's something I'm going to avoid in the future, because this is my show at the end of the day. And I'm going to book my show how I feel to book my show, because a lot of the booking has been straight up fan service for quite some time. And that's not how we're going to do things anymore. I'm going to book things my way. And I'm going to book things I feel is best. My co-booker is obviously going to be Krim, because I trust Krim, and Krim trusts me. We're each other's co-bookers. We're our second opinions. And Krim, honestly, in like the week that he's been my official co-booker, honestly, has given me some pretty dope ideas. And he's honestly, ideas that I've pitched to him, he's improved upon them and added to them. And that's the kind of co-booker I need, is a co-booker who will add on to my ideas and tweak them slightly to keep original. And he's blunt with me, and he's always supportive, and I appreciate that. So that's how things are going to be. So looking forward, outsiders besides Lucas, because Lucas and Alejandro are going to have their match. There's no spoiler there. That's Alejandro. Lucas set out the challenge a little while back, and Alejandro accepted, and that's cool. That's going to happen. Krim and Lincoln is also probably going to happen, because Krim sent out the challenge and whatnot. I'm not sure if it'll happen on RCCW or on FXWF or SWA. That's entirely up to interpretation. But besides those two, the outsiders coming in are kind of not going to happen. Because 2K19 was supposed to be a rebuild season from how 18 left off. How much chaos was in 18. And it ended up making the product a little bit more worse for it. So 2K22, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be the rebuild season. There ain't going to be a switch up on you like I did for 20, where I said, I'll give it a shot, and then I gave it a shot, and then I hated it, and I'm never going to touch it. No, I've played 22. It has its problems. It has its faults. But I like it. It's an alright game. And that's kind of what I wanted in the end. It was an alright game. It's a stupid... It's stupid from time to time. But, I'll live. Honestly. I'm just done being cynical about it. I'll live. I'll survive. I will survive! So, yeah, that's about a 20-minute synopsis about where I've been and whatnot. And where I'm going to go, or try to go, and hopefully not get veered off course. But, overall, yeah, I'm going to take control of my product now, if you don't mind. And hopefully you come to enjoy it, and if you don't enjoy it, well, that stinks. I'm sorry. But I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to make my funny projects. I'm going to try CWA again. I'm going to try to get Absolution. And I'm going to try to do RCCW. And keyword being is try. Because you never know. Like I said, I'm not obsessed with CAW like I used to be. I'm obsessed with life now. And that's where my head needs to be. But I will do what I can. With that being said, this has been Rick C with a channel update. If we're gonna do a Q&A, you know what? I'll just throw that out there at the end of the video. Hey, it's a Q&A. We'll do a Q&A at some point. So, leave your questions in the comment section below, or DM me your questions, I guess. Actually, don't DM me. Don't DM me your questions, unless you're cool, like you know me personally. But put them in the Discord chat. I'll collect all the questions. And we'll do a Q&A, and it'll be cool. And as I haven't done one in a fat minute. But I guess with that, I'll see you around. Check out everybody in the description. Check out all the other channels I gladly support, because they're awesome, and they make CAW fun, and make me want to be here. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope you find a lucky penny on the sidewalk that has a heads up, because that gives you good luck. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I want to go eat some pizza, so, adios, muchachos. Peace. And, bye, Chad's Ranch.